Good morning, everybody. Ma Terry here, along with our fabulous co-star, Miss Lucy. Oh, she's just waking up, and she's so happy to go take on the day. All right, so I wanted to talk to you about a personal subject, and one that some of my viewers are going through. And basically, what that is on losing everything. Now, as some of you remember, in the movie Nomadland, Vern, what happened was there was only one major employer in town, and that employer shut down, and so everyone lost their job, and without jobs, the housing market sunk, and then she lost her husband. Well, my story is similar to that, and what it is basically, before all that happened to me, I was with a lovely group of women. For 10 years, every Thursday morning, all 8 of us would sit together and we would paint. And there would be this huge camaraderie. And, we would go to art museums. We would hire a bus and go to the Norton Simon Museum, the Hearst Castle. We would take the beach train to San Clemente. It was wonderful. Now, when I was 40, I didn't know how to paint. I didn't know how to draw. I didn't know anything. And one morning I approached the Art Association, and the ladies, it was all an independent paint group, and they welcomed me into the group. And for 10 years, I sat right next to Betty and Joan. And, there were so many wonderful people. Now, Joan, she was the mother of all of us. And all these ladies, they were 20 to 30 years older than me. So, and that's what makes every one of their passing sad. But the other day, one of my good friends, Joyce, she passed. Now, what was so important about this group was, I was locked away in a bus for 10 years, and the only thing really I was allowed to do was go to the Art Association and be a part of this group. These mature women took me in and mothered me, and they helped me grow as an artist. They encouraged me. I mean, I couldn't draw a stick figure at the time, and if you look at my drawings now, I'll pop one in. These advanced drawings take over 40 hours to complete and are done by using multiple layers of charcoal. You can see how terrific I became. Joan was always doting on me, and to my right was Betty, and she truly was a Betty. And Betty, she just died. She was like 99 years of age, but she used to love going clogging with her husband. I guess that's a form of dancing. She reminded me of Betty White in The Golden Girls. She would always talk about, the olden times and everything. She was hysterical and naive. Now, during those 10 years, we became really closely bonded. I mean, we would do art shows together, just everything artistic imaginable. And boy, did I really grow as an artist. But one day, my husband was very violent with me, and I had to leave. And I thought when I divorced my husband, I'd spend 45 days in the shelter and I'd be able to come back. But no, I got thrown into a witness protection program, or I say witless, but it's called the Safe at Home program. And basically, because he was so violent, I had to be driven around with armed guards, and I was in shelters that were highly guarded. So it was sad. But for over 3 years, I had to remain in LA while my friends all got to meet. But at the same time, Joan got cancer, cervical cancer, and she fought it bravely. And so when I came back, I think in my 4th or 5th year, the cancer came back to her and she passed. But one by one, I've watched all my friends pass. And, I have 2 more friends left of the round table, as I call it, of art. But both of them, they don't know, they have Alzheimer's, so they don't remember me. One of them does remember Miss Lucy. But, it's so sad. And yesterday Joyce passed, and she was a really good friend. And I'm not shocked that she passed. She's 88 years old. But what does this mean to me? This means the gang can never get back together again. Wait a minute. I'm gonna redact that. Redact that. I'm not a legal lawyer. Maybe the gang can get back together again, because I envision them now all in heaven, getting together on Thursday morning and painting. And they're waiting for me. I'm sorry, hold on. The pain never goes away of what all I've lost. In one day I lost my husband, I lost all my friends. I lost my community standing. I was in the top 10% of master technicians in the country of artists. That's an airbrush technician. And I lost my parrot, who was basically the daughter I never had. But now she's replaced by Lucy, so I'm happy. So, what happens when you lose everything? If you're lucky like me, you get to rebuild. But rebuilding makes you a stronger person. And, hold on. I was so lucky. Of course I lost everything. Of course it was sad, but I've got to rebuild. And you know what? You look back on the choices you made, and I made all those choices. Every time my husband yelled at me, I sat there and I took it, and I should have walked. And I've learned a lot. And I've got to learn to stop running. But I don't put up with people's attitudes. I have this saying, say what you mean what you say, and don't say it meanly. But anyhow, rebuilding your life, you can do it. It's a long, hard journey. And, if you're struggling, write it in the comments below. Tell me what you're struggling with, and I hope I can come up with an answer and I can help you. I've been through shelter systems and everything, so I do have a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience. And you know what, Miss Lucy? When I had 4 different doctors all saying that I needed a service dog, and that was the best piece of advice that they gave me, I did not want a service dog. No, I did not. It's like I can't even take care of myself. How am I going to take care of a dog? But they all said I needed one, and I'm so glad I have Miss Lucy. All right, count all your blessings, even the tiniest, cutest blessings that you have. I hope you all have a good weekend. And what I'm going to do next is comment call, but a lot of people have a lot of good questions, so I'm going to try to answer that. Okay? Everything's going fine in Bryan Head. It's going to get to be 20 degrees at night, so we are going to be leaving Bryan Head, yay, and go back to Cedar City where there's shopping. See, there's little blessings everywhere. All right, guys, I hope to see you all down the road. Bye.